With the college academic year ending and college students looking for internship and experience opportunities, we thought this would be a good time to go over what the standards are to classify interns as unpaid interns or volunteers, or whether you have to classify them as paid employees. Keep in mind that both federal and state Department of Labor have fact sheets that they've issued relating to unpaid internships. The USDOL fact sheet is number 71. You can see a link to that fact sheet on your screen. Essentially, the Department of Labor adopts a 7-factor analysis that was issued by the court, the Second Circuit Court of Appeals in the case called Glatt versus Fox Searchlight Pictures. All 7 of the factors don't have to be met, but the primary issue is who is the primary beneficiary of the relationship? Is it the intern or is it the employer? There's a higher standard under New York state law to classify interns as being unpaid interns. Under New York state guidelines, there's an 11-factor test, and all 11 factors have to be met in order to classify someone as an unpaid intern. There's a link on your screen to the New York State Department of Labor fact sheet. I encourage all of you to take a look at both fact sheets. And if you're an employer in New York State, make sure that you are complying with the New York State standards, because those are the standards that are going to be applied to the internship relationship. Also remember that in the for-profit sector, there's no such thing as volunteers. You cannot have someone voluntarily work for you without pay. Employees are not entitled to waive their minimum wage rights under state and federal law. In the not-for-profit sector, you can have volunteers as long as the volunteer is for charitable, educational, or religious or humanitarian reasons. There are some guidelines regarding who can be volunteers even in the not-for-profit sector, and those are in the Department of Labor fact sheet 14A. There's a link to that fact sheet on your screen. Again, I encourage all of you to look at these fact sheets if you're contemplating having anybody this summer work for you, either as an unpaid intern or a volunteer. And as always, if you have any questions, please feel free to send me an email or give me a call. Thanks.